Firstly, Chaz, really fast start to the season. You must be very pleased.
Yeah, it's been positive, especially as a team. I think, of course, the game at the weekend was frustrating, but I think overall we can look back at the start of the season as really positive. Got decent points in the league and then a good cup run as well. So a really positive start and one that we can definitely build on.
And on a personal basis, it's been really good as well. You've already bested your last season's goals and assists. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I've had a really frustrating couple of seasons, bit stop-start. So to sort of have that consistency at the moment where I'm going into games and playing well and contributing with goals and assists, ultimately it looks good on myself. And if I'm scoring and assisting, then I'm helping the team as well. So that's the most important thing.
And it looks to be like Gaffer's managing you really well in terms of your minutes. And I mean, how are you feeling physically?
Yeah, I think it's been the same for the duration that the Gaffer's been here. Really, he's been really keen to look after me. He's been really keen to help me as best as he can, and that's it's a really positive thing. I think sometimes you don't get that as a player. You don't get that sort of that care and attention that you maybe need. And I think this season, yeah, I'm being looked after, but I've tried to make it so that I'm available to train. I'm available to play, and if you get into that rhythm and that routine, then as a player you ultimately get the rewards. So I feel like being available for training is a really important thing. Being available for games then sort of comes naturally with that because you're working so hard in training. So yeah, it's been really positive, and for me, of course, the main aim is to stay fit for a full season.
A lot of new lads in the squad as well. You're now one of the more senior players. How have you found the new additions?
Yeah, everyone's great. I think the club places a really big emphasis on character when we're sort of recruiting players, which you can really tell. Everyone's come in, everyone's played a part already. There's not been anyone that's come in and not sort of made an impression or made an impact on the group, which is really important. And I think we as a group, especially us that have been here a couple of years now or longer, it's important that we sort of encourage that culture and create that culture between us, that if you come in here you have to work hard in training, you have to apply yourself right, because that's what's going to make us successful as a group. So for me, I'm one of those senior players now, whether I like it or not. So yeah, it's important for me to sort of drive that and show my standards every day in training.
And it's been obviously a really exciting cup run as well in the Carabao Cup. Sheffield Wednesday away was an unbelievable spectacle. I mean, that amount of fans was just amazing, isn't it? Particularly if there's new lads, to see how well supported we are.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Anywhere we go, Barnet at the weekend, over 1,000 fans is amazing. And yeah, that night at Sheffield Wednesday, another amazing cup night and one that we can all remember fondly. So yeah, we're incredibly grateful for the fans, and hopefully we see plenty of them there on Saturday.
I'm sure you were watching the draw last night. What's your thoughts on our tie against Brentford at home?
Yeah, it's another really good opportunity for us to showcase ourselves against the Premier League team. I'm sure there are some that would have wanted something that looks maybe a bit more glamorous, but ultimately they're an established Premier League team, got excellent players, and it's going to be a massive test for us again. And it's cup football. We said it before, Man United, you just never know. So we'll be going there and hoping for the best.
And a full week of training, moving away from that difficult afternoon in Barnet. How have you and the lads been dealing with it? Yeah,
it's been a really positive week. I'm sure that people would expect you to say that, but training on Tuesday, the intensity was really high, and training again today, the intensity is really high, and that's what you need. We're going to have difficult moments throughout the season. We're going to have results that don't go our way, and it's about us as players turning it around. And the best way to do that is to train properly, train at the right intensity, and then ultimately hopefully on Saturday that'll shine through, and we as players need to be the ones who sort of make that happen.
And Cheltenham up next. It's happened a number of times last season, but they've just sacked their manager. Why do you think that makes that such a difficult proposition, I suppose?
I'd say it's maybe the not knowing. They've obviously played 9 games like us, so they've had a style which clearly hasn't worked, so you'd imagine that something will change, so it's hard to put a finger on that. But again, it's up to us as a group to make sure that no matter what they do, no matter what changes, it's 11 players against 11. If we play to our sort of best potential and play as well as we can as a collective, then we'll have enough to win the game. And the main thing is that we as players go out and make that happen.
And if last year's anything to go by, I'm sure you're expecting it's going to be an exciting game. You scored sort of a vintage Charles Vernam curler, didn't you? So I'm sure you're hoping you can contribute again.
Yeah, exactly. And that was early in the season again, and I got off to a reasonable start last year, but had it frustratingly cut short with injury. So sort of 9 games in now, going into the 10th game, it's a really positive feeling for me, and just need to keep on rolling games out and performing to the best of my ability, because then I'm helping the group.
And with things going so well, I'm sure you're expecting that's going to be another great atmosphere at BP as well.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's been fantastic all season. It always is. Even if sort of results like the weekend happened, the fans applauded us off. We went over, and there's that mutual understanding. I think that no matter what the result, we're still trying our best for the fans, and they get behind us, which is all we can ask for. And hopefully at the weekend we put on a really good performance for them.
Top man, thank you, Charles.
No worries.